Welcome to the Only Way to Cruise with your host, the Straight Eyes for Queer Guys, the ones who don't watch Big Brother for the intellectual reasons, and also who don't buy Playboy for their articles. This just in, breaking news. For your half-hourly weather update, look outside. Back to the intro, and in the red booth we have Blake the Flake Rodriguez. In the blue corner we have our guest host for this evening, Cosmo Stanthorpe III, and your announcer for this evening, me, will be Calvin Brodus. It's a special show, my friends, family, and people who are tuning their radio stations and actually staying on this station for too long. But anyway, the reason today is special is because it's Theme Thursday, and today's theme for Thursday is self-esteem. Before getting to the crux of the issues, we'll just have an ad break. If you want a good time, call Pizza Hut. All the toppings of the rainbow. We know our customers don't get what they want. We give them that extra spice. Call now on 13 11 66. We're waiting for your call. Well, that was creepy. I'll hand you over now to your hosts, Cosmo Stanthorpe III and Blake the Flake.
Keeping the action pumping here at 412 SMMFM. We've got a tune out there for all ya. It's the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Under the Bridge.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, the city of angel. Lonely as I am, together we cry. Drive on the streets 'cause she's my companion. I walk through the hills 'cause she knows who I am. She sees my good deeds and she kisses me windy. And I never worry, now that is a lie. I don't ever want to the place I love, take me all the way. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love, take me all the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hard to believe that
that was trippy. Anyway, back to our theme for Theme Thursday, self-esteem. And we are going to be discussing some poems that relate to self-esteem, and through our analysis of them help you to better understand self-esteem in today's youth. The feature poems for tonight are In the Shyness by Joe A. Witt, Mother by Greg Chinesky, and In the Valleys I Grow, author unknown.
G'day, trendsetters. Today, self-esteem. Important. The reason we are focusing on self-esteem is because it affects so many of today's youth. These poems help us understand and realise the significance of this issue.
Aye, all listeners out there in Radio Land, prepare to be blown away by Blake the Flake with tonight's first poem, In My Shyness by Joe A. Witt. Hang fire while I cue it up.
At times I retreat to my shell, clinging to the insecurity of being alone, in my shyness. I may attempt to merge with my surroundings, to be ignored, unnoticed, a silent voice rarely heard, in my shyness. I can feel completely alone, although surrounded by people, in my shyness. I'm perceived as having a padlocked soul, and few trying to gain entry into my realm, in my shyness. Few will dare to venture to really know me, to hear my quiet voice, or to really try to understand, in my shyness. I can have a myriad of words to say, yet my sealed lips will not release them, in my shyness. The words I do speak will at times be jumbled, and I'll feel worse for having spoken them, in my shyness. I will be viewed as stuck up and unfriendly, labelled by the presumption of a troubled past, yet despite my shyness, I will at times emerge from my shell, and you may catch a glimpse of who I am, and despite my shyness, I may put on a good front, disguising my innermost insecurities, despite my shyness. A select few will manage to penetrate these walls with the sharing of time and the involvement of trust. My shyness, frequently unrecognized, seldom understood, a shackle, a haven, a veil. In My Shyness by Joe A. Witt is about depression among the youth of today. It is about someone who feels alone in the world, like they have no friends and they feel like no one likes them. As the poem goes on, it says that she is in her own world and opens it up very rarely to show others her true self, only to retreat quickly back into her shell. At the end, it says that she is wearing a type of mask to hide her true self because she's scared, too shy to show what she really is. The poet uses a range of poetic devices and simple language which conveys a message that is easy to understand through simple vocabulary. The poet keeps the poem's language simple by using simple words that are easy to understand. The poet uses a range of poetic devices such as repetition, which is used in every third line. The poet is repeating the title, In My Shyness. She repeats this throughout the poem to portray that because of this shyness, she is trapped in this depressing world that she populates alone. Towards the end of the poem, the poet changes the line slightly with, yet despite my shyness, and despite my shyness. She does this to show that even though she has the shyness, she can sometimes emerge from her shell to show you who she really is. Despite this shyness, some people still can see who I really am, even though the poet expresses that she is shy. There is only one simile in the poem, in line 10. The poet writes, I am perceived as having a padlocked soul,